If you're anything like me, you want to make sure that your dogs are comfortable and ready for car rides whenever you want to take them to town on errands or all the way on a long vacation. So there are a couple of tips that I recommend to pet parents to make sure that your dog is comfortable and ready for those car rides and you have a prepared plan for taking your dog on the road with you. The first of which is to have a travel bag. This can be as simple as a little drawstring bag, and you're just taking things that you might need while you're out with your dog. So the mindset for this is, what do I need while I'm out with my dog? What do I need if I'm going to be stopping and doing things? And what do I need if there's an emergency I run into? If it's a short car ride that you are just running errands, you're not going to need the same things that you're going to need on a longer car ride for like a vacation or something like that. So your go bag is going to be where you house things that you might need for your dog. Think along the lines of treats or biscuits, maybe some water, a collapsible bowl, an extra leash. You're going to want some water wipes in case they get dirty while you're out and about and you just need to clean them up. Or if there's, a little accident or they're a little bit car sick, things to clean up after them, things that are going to help you to function without having to stress on the road. If it's longer, and you potentially run into an emergency where your car breaks down and you can't get help, or you have to be away from home for a few days or for a day or a few hours, you're going to want to level that up just a little bit by bringing dog food, their actual meals with them. But if you're just running town to do errands, you're not going to need like a full bag of dog food. So with that in mind, let's talk about those go bags. I actually have two of them. I have multiple dogs, so I have a couple of different things. One is more of a functional bag. One is more of my cleaning bag. So in my functional bag, I have an extra leash just in case anything happens to any of my other leashes. I always have some treats. I've got some toys for them to play with. I have extras of things that I might need. I've got some poop bags. I've got whatever I'm going to need to maintain them while we're out and about. If it's cold out, I might carry a blanket with me just in case we break down, or if I know I'm going to be doing something where they're going to have to lay on the ground, I'll have something that they can lay on, that kind of thing. My cleaning bag is going to have my water wipes. Those are lifesavers. We talked about those before, like baby products that you can be using for your dogs. Watch that video. It's a really good one. But that is going to allow me to clean up after my dogs. Again, if we're out and they get like dirty paws and I don't want them on the car seat, or if they get sick in the back of the car seat, we're then able to clean those up. I carry extra bags and I carry paper towels again for the car sickness. If I need to be cleaning anything up quickly and disposing of that or taking care of that, I can just take care of it, put it in that little plastic bag and tuck it away in my trunk unless there's a trash can that I can use nearby. That way I'm able to, without a lot of extra stress, take care of my dogs. So I'm thinking of cleaning things should anything happen, and I'm thinking of functional things to keep them busy, to keep them occupied, to keep them safe, to keep them healthy, to keep them fed, that kind of thing. And again, errands are going to be different than a full-on vacation. If I am traveling more than an hour or two away and I could potentially have any issues, a car accident, my car breaking down, something unexpected coming up that will take me away from my dog's food source for a while, I take that with me. Otherwise, I don't worry about that and I just have some snacks with us. So my travel bag is incredibly important to make sure that I have that on the go. And again, I use two of them. They're just little drawstring bags. You can keep it in your car, but depending on what you have in it, you may not want to keep it in your car during like the hot months. So if you've got a bottle of water, if you've got water wipes or things that'll dry out or things that will draw pests like squirrels to try to get into your vehicle because they smell the food, maybe don't keep that in your car. But I keep mine right next to my door so I can just grab it and go as I am traveling. Now, the next thing that I always recommend is harnesses and leashes. You want to make sure that you've always got those harnesses for your dogs if you're going to be in the car, and seat belts, leashes that you can attach to your car. There's a lot of different types. I've actually done review videos on them before, so you can check those out. But you want to make sure you've got harnesses, and not all harnesses are created equal. So you want to look for a crash-tested harness. And then you want doggy seatbelts that can attach either to your seatbelt holders. They can attach to little clips in the back or in the seats of your cars. You can actually get ones that go around headrests, but these are going to keep your dog in place should anything happen. Should you get into a car accident? Should you have to slam on those brakes really quickly? Should you have to deal with other things? It's also really good to have these if you are getting in and out of your vehicle. And so I frequently sit in the back with my dogs while somebody else is driving. When I go to get out of the car, my dogs will also like to get out of the car. They're puppies. We're still training them. And so having them clipped in with the seatbelts means there's no risk of them actually getting out of the vehicle. They are going to stay in place. And those seatbelts also keep them in the seat. So if you don't have like a kennel in the back of your vehicle and they're in your seats, attaching them via those seatbelts means they cannot climb up into the front seat with us if I'm driving or if I'm driving in the passenger side. They can't get up and they can't distract anybody. They can't cause any issues. No accidents are going to happen because of them. They're in the back. They're situated. They're safe. They're taken care of. Highly recommend having harnesses and those seatbelts. Do not use seatbelts with their collars. That could very much damage them physically. So don't do that. You want to make sure you're taking very good care of them with the harnesses. And I will link all those things down below to make sure that you can check out ones that are working for us as well. Now, the third thing that I recommend for pet parents, if you are trying to get your dog in a situation where you can be taking them in cars, is to take them frequently on car rides. If you're somebody who wants to take your dogs on vacation, you should be taking your dogs in your car like once a week. Go into town, run an errand. If you don't have the ability to go into a store without them and you're just the only person there, just drive around your block. It doesn't have to be a long thing. If you're gonna go do like fast food, you're gonna go pick something up at the store, you're going to get curbside delivery on something, you're going to order something online from a store and pick it up at the store, but they're gonna bring it out to your vehicle, take your dog. 10-minute trip down the road. They don't need anything too big, but once a week, take them to do something, even if it's literally just driving around the block, driving down to your mailbox down the hill to kind of get your mail, come back, whatever it is. Get them used to the car and get them used to the car in a frequent capacity so that they are ready to go, so they understand those expectations. My puppies, when I got them as babies, right after we got through the I'm so sleepy all the time stage and they got to the ooh, what's the world stage, they were very excited to go in the car. There was a lot of movement. They were looking out the window. They were doing all the things. And now, because my puppies go multiple times a week with me to town, they understand the expectations of the cars. I can put them in the car, clip them in, and they will lay down and go to sleep. And that is it. They are so well behaved in the car. Sometimes they'll get up and they'll look around, but they're not barking at people. They're not struggling against their seatbelts. They are not upset with things. They understand what that's like. One of them is starting to get a little car sick. She doesn't love the car. She doesn't love the car anymore, which boggles my mind because she loved it before, but now she doesn't. She still understands the expectations. So even though she doesn't love that I'm putting her in the vehicle, she behaves beautifully once I get her in there. She'll settle down. She'll lay heavily on me in protest because she doesn't want to be there, but she'll do it because she understands the expectations. So now when I start to take her on these longer vacations where we're going many hours to get to places, or when I have speaking gigs that I am going to and they're coming with me, they understand those expectations and can do longer trips. In fact, we're just about to take them on a very long, like 8-9 hour car ride. We're going to have another one later in the month coming up. So we've got some really great things that we're doing. And because my dogs have been well trained, because they are in the car so frequently, they understand how to behave. With my older dogs, my senior dogs that I recently lost, they did not go on car rides as frequently. And so it would take them time to settle down. They were always well behaved in the car, but it would take a half an hour of them huffing and puffing and panting and looking out the windows to settle down and actually sleep in the car. But these new dogs, just so easy because we've trained them to do this. So take your dogs on frequent trips, even if they're short, even if they're small, just get them used to it once a week to keep them in practice so that everybody understands the expectations and can function in the car. Car rides for your dogs can be incredibly fun. It allows you more freedom to go do things and to bring them with you. And it's just really a great bonding experience. And again, the more you train things, the more effort you put into this, the more you're going to get out of it and the better you're going to be able to do. My dogs can do so much that other dogs can't do simply because we have trained them to be in the car and function in the car in a safe way. And now that gives us a lot more freedom as well. Follow along for more tips on how you can be thriving with your dogs from puppyhood to adulthood. We talk all about pet influencers, how you can be using products in different and unique ways, how you can be using baby products for dogs. We talk about dog snacks. We are here to help you grow your relationship with your dog in real time and watch my babies grow up as you are doing so. So we will see you in the upcoming episodes. Drop your questions down below and we'll see you soon.